Mira is returning home today after 20 years. Even today she had no desire to return home, but the only reason for her return is her uncle Fahim Ahmed. Mira has been close to her uncle since she was young. For Mira, her aunt has never married. Mira's parents married for love. But when Mira learned to understand little by little, she saw that her parents quarreled a lot about small things. When Mira was only 5 years old, her parents got divorced. Then none of them thought about little Mira. Mira's grandfather married Mira's father for a second time, and on the other hand, Mira's paternal grandparents gave a second marriage to Mira's mother. At that time, little Mira did not understand why her parents were separated. Mira did not talk to anyone. She stood on the roof in the sun all the time and looked at the sky. Mira's aunt could not accept her beloved niece's change in any way. Mira's father was busy with his family. There is no time to give Mira some time. So Mira's uncle is forced to go to Malaysia with Mira. After that, Mira started changing slowly, and another Mira was born due to anger and stubbornness. Since then, Mira believes that there is no such thing as love in the world, there is only moho. At the age of 17, she joined her mother's business and made her mother's company the #1 company in Malaysia. In the business world, Mira is called Lady Mafia by the businessman. After leaving Bangladesh, Mira never contacted anyone from Bangladesh. But Mira's maternal aunt kept in touch with Mira's father. Twin boys were born to Mira's father's second wife, Anamika. The elder son's name was Arif and the younger son's name was Sarif. Arif loved Mira's cousin Neela. Their marriage is domestic. They have a 3-year-old daughter named Nira. If Zarif's marriage is arranged by family, then Mira's father asks Mira's aunt to bring Mira to the wedding, so Mira's aunt comes to the wedding alone. But due to the change in the weather, Mira's mum got a little fever and cold. Even though Mira's mum didn't tell Mira, Mira knew exactly. So she left everything and came to Bangladesh. Mira's mum doesn't know that Mira has come to Bangladesh today. You are mine even if you don't want to. When Mira got into the car from the airport, 2 bodyguards followed her like Jamdis and got into the car. After 40 minutes, when Mira's car entered through the gate of Khan's house, Mira lowered the window glass and saw the name of the house with a smile on her lips. Mira, Ananda Nibas. When the dole bell rang, after a while, a maid named Ruma came to the house and opened the door to see a girl in a white shirt and black jeans standing with her hair down. Fair complexion. In short, she is incredibly beautiful. 2 bodyguards are standing behind her, one is holding a trolley. Ruma, who do you want? Mira, move from the front. Ruma, I didn't say that I won't let you in if you don't identify yourself. Mira looked at Ruma with bloodshot eyes. Ruma swallowed in fear and moved away from the front. Mira hummed and went inside the house. Ruma is treating and saying from behind. Ruma, Amma sees who knows who is forcing her way inside the house. Everyone in Khan's house was having breakfast and everyone looked at Mira after hearing Ruma's words. Mamu saw Mira's liver as if it was going dry. She is sure that no one will be able to save her today. Meanwhile, Mira's family members did not recognize Mira. Mira went and stood in front of her uncle that day. She left the chair and stood in front of Mira with her head bowed like a criminal. Mira said in a very calm voice, Mira, I did not forbid you to come here. Mira says again when Mamu doesn't say anything. Mira, why are you not talking? What is the fever? This time, if he didn't say anything, Mira angrily threw the glass of water in front of him on the floor and broke it and shouted. Mira, I am asking you something. Mamu, actually Mom, Mira, stay, you don't have to say more. I know, where is John? Jan, I'm here. You're mine even if you don't want to. Mira went forward and said that her hands and feet started shaking due to John's fear. Mira, why didn't you tell me? John says fearfully. John, well, sir, Baron did it. Mira says angrily. Mira, who pays your salary? Your sir or me? John, you. Mira, then why did you listen to your sir instead of listening to me? Saying this, he grabbed John's shirt collar and slapped him 3 times. Everyone in the Khan family left the table and stood up. Khan comes home and wonders how this girl dares to bully. Mira is terribly angry seeing Mamu. If not now, Mira will kill John today. Mamu, Mira, Mamani, stop. It's not John's fault, I forbade him to tell. Hearing the name Mira on Mamu's face, everyone fell from the sky. Everyone looked at Mira and once at Mamu. Aziz Khan, Mira's grandfather, asked Mira's Mamu with a trembling voice. Dada. What did Fahim say? Mira's grandmother says excitedly. Grandmother, is that our little Mira? Mamu nods her head and agrees. Mira's grandmother slowly walks in front of Mira. She hugs Mira's face and cries. But Mira is staring straight ahead as if no feeling is working inside her. Daddy leaves Mira and says, Grandmother, how big my cousin has grown. I was completely forgotten. How is this old woman? Mira, if you were good, why will your family be bad? Mira's father Niloy Khan's eyes shed tears. Today, he does not have the courage to look into Mira's eyes and ask something. Mira's sister-in-law Nilima got up from the food and put her hand on Mira's cheek and said with a smile on her face. Fapi, Mom, this is the little girl who used to run around the house. I am eager to eat chocolate. How could you be so cruel? Have you checked once in 20 years how is your daughter? Mira said, removing her hand from her cheek. Mira didn't think it necessary to search. Besides, everyone is fine. Fapi, why are you talking like this? Mira, leave these things now. Mamu, pack the clothes, we are baking Malaysia for the night flight. Tickets have been sold. Daddy now cries loudly and says, Grandmother, what are you talking about, are you crazy? Mira said with her eyes and mouth tight. Mira, I didn't come to stay here. I came only for Uncle. Before anyone else said anything, one of Mira's bodyguards came forward and said, Denny, Mem, your assistant called. Today was your meeting. He came to Bangladesh without informing anyone. Now wants to know what will happen to the meeting. Mira, tell me to cancel all the meetings today and tomorrow. When Danny left with the phone, Mira closed her eyes and exhaled 3 times and controlled her anger and went in front of her uncle. Mira, sorry ma'am for yelling at you. You know that when I get angry, my head is not right. Mamu kisses Mira's forehead and hugs her chest. Mamu, I know you are angry with me for my good. Don't worry, I have seen a doctor for fever. And you, my mother, sorry, what do you have to say here? Mira, listen, when I came to Bangladesh, let's take a look at the office here. Mamu, come here after a while. Takes rest and eats. Mira, you know how I am, why only say these things? Okay, let me go while Mira's out. Daddy and Fapi called Mira a lot but Mira ignored everything and went out. Mira never looked at her father and grandfather. When Mira left, Mira's father walked slowly and sat on the sofa. Daddy and Fapi are still crying. Mira's grandfather tells her uncle, Dada, will he really leave again? Mamu, there is no doubt in his words. Zarif's new wife Nidhi doesn't understand all this. A girl comes from nowhere and upsets everyone in the house. Nidhi gently asks Neela, Nidhi, who is he? Neela, I think her name is Mira. Arif, she is the daughter of this house. Our elder sister. Neela, you probably heard the story of your childhood from Fapi. Neela, yes, mother has said many times. Mother has said that her daughter is very sweet and does not disobey anyone's words. But, Zarif, why are you forgetting life is not like the lives of 5 other people? Nidhi, why, what happened in your life? Arif, when you were 5 years old, your mother and father got divorced. Then Apu used to stay alone all day without talking to anyone. After her parents got married, Apu kept moving away from her father little by little. Unable to see this change in Apu, Mama took Apu with him to Malaysia. After that Apu did not contact anyone. After 2 years Zarif and I came to mother's lap. Mother still blames herself who brought her to look after and because of that she left home. At the age of 17, uncle's business joint venture along with education. No deal is left out of your hands. In the business world, you are called the business lady mafia. Articles often come out about your lifestyle. I have learned these things from my mother and grandmother. Tears are falling from Nidhi's eyes. Nidhi, at that age, when he was playing, he was busy fighting with himself. Will you really leave again? Zarif, you all know about grandfather's anger. But I heard from my uncle that you are 2 more sticks above my grandfather. You are angry with us. And if anyone can stop you, then only uncle will do it. The whole day was spent in Mira's thoughts. Daddy, Fapi and Arif's mother all cook Mira's favorite food and sit waiting for Mira. When Mira left the office in the afternoon, she saw something on the road and her eyes started to turn red. Mira took the keys from the driver and went out alone. Denny followed behind with another car. Mira accidentally hit a tree with her car. Mira got hit on the forehead and lost consciousness. Denny took Mira out of the car and took her to the hospital. The hospital takes Mira to the emergency room. The nurse goes to call Dr. Mihan Chowdhury. Akash Chowdhury and Maya Chowdhury's eldest child. Mihan has a younger sister, Arisha Chowdhury, who is known as Anu in short. Mihan looks no less than a hero. Hospital girl crushes on Dr. Nurse Mihan. It has happened many times that the doctor came to see her and proposed marriage to her, but till now she has not found anyone according to Mihan's heart. The nurse brings Mihan with her. She looks at Mira's blood-stained face for a while. Mihan's chest feels cold like never before. After the words of the nurse, the treatment was started. After the treatment, Mihan goes to his cabin, but he can't sit calmly. Mira's face floats in front of his eyes. He mumbles to himself, "Mihan, did I finally fall in love?" After some time, the nurse came and informed that Mira had regained consciousness. Mihan entered Mira's cabin and saw her holding her head with her hands. "Mihan, how do you feel now?" Mira, "Oh hello sir. Are you telling me that you know me?" Mihan, "How long to know?" Mira gritted her teeth. Mira, "I don't like strangers calling me you." Mihan says with a smile. Mihan, "Well, but I tell everyone you do." Mira controls her anger and says, "Mira, when can I go home?" Mihan, "Tomorrow morning. I don't have duty tonight. Tomorrow morning you have to check cab again and then you can go." Mira, "Okay, you go here, I want to be alone now." Mihan, "Okay dear." Mira, "What?" Mihan smiled and left the cabin without saying anything.